Good day, everybody. How are you? I'm just walking back from the school run, and as has become normal over the last few weeks, I drop a tiny little bit of wisdom on my way home. And today, I wanted to talk about a place called Bikini Atoll. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's an island in the Pacific Ocean, and it's not had any kind of significant role in anything global, anything important, apart from perhaps one thing. Before I tell you what that one thing is, let me just create the picture. This is an idyllic island. It's exactly as you dream your paradise to be. That kind of turquoise ocean lapping up on the shores of white sands. It's not a big island. I think around 1,000 people who lived on it. And it really come to be a beautiful community in the mid-1900s. Now, when nuclear testing began, Bikini Atoll, this paradise island, which was pretty much in the middle of nowhere, was chosen as the place where they would test the dropping of a nuclear bomb. And so all the community, this beautiful community who lived in this paradise, were told to up sticks, to pack their belongings and say goodbye to their homes and move to the closest island nearby. I don't think it was very close. I think we're talking hundreds, maybe thousands of kilometers. And as they said, they dropped a nuclear bomb just to test exactly what it would do to nature, to everything around it, to see just how dangerous this uranium truly was. Now, the island was teeming with life. Fish, coral, everything except pretty much humans. And of course, the effects were devastating. And I was asked to write a feature on Bikini Atoll many, many years later, when I worked in conservation very briefly. And they'd done a study on how this paradise turned into a nuclear disaster and how it developed over the coming years. And actually, for the last 30 years, everyone had pretty much given up on it. There was no life. It was just completely desolate. And then someone went back, 60 years on from this nuclear bomb being dropped, 60 years on from complete desolation. And do you know what they found? They found a place teeming with life again. And not just that, they found a place which had created a whole new species. Coral they'd never seen before, colours that had never been seen with human eyes, fish and species that had never been recorded in history. Isn't that incredible? And I think Bikini Atoll is a metaphor for many things. In our lives we go through great trauma, we go through great joy. The whole extreme of good and bad, of beauty and hell. And yet, perhaps, the bigger the disaster or the bigger the challenge, the more beauty comes from it. Because no scientist could ever have predicted this would have happened. And they don't really know where it came from. I mean, I think 30 years of just ignoring this island, they could never really find out the scientific reasons behind it. But for me, this is way beyond science. This is way beyond anything human. This is spirit. This is God. This is the magic of the Divine Mother, of Pachamama, basically saying, You can throw what you like at me, but I will always thrive. It might take me time, but spirit and life and God have a far superior rehabilitation process to ours. So any human's arrogant enough to think that this planet needs us, I think we should think again. I think the truth is that we need this planet. Because right now there ain't no home for us anywhere else. I don't personally fancy living on the moon. I'd give it a go. Always fancied Mars. But I don't think on Mars you'd be hearing this. The birds chattering. A stunning view of Mont Blanc in front of me. Clouds on one side, blue sky, sun, the moon, the stars, the view, the ocean. We are so lucky, so graced to live on this incredible planet. And when we make decisions to drop nuclear bombs, well, it's obviously meant to be, isn't it? Because it happened. But let's not take this beautiful planet for granted. And as everyone goes back to work and puts their fingers in their ears and their heads in the sand and pretends that COVID-19 is all over and tries to forget that there was a bigger reason for everything that unfolded, the unravelling of this planet, the fact that we starved our planet of oxygen by chopping down the trees. We abused this planet for many, many years by putting toxic waste into the skies and into our oceans and plastic everywhere. Let's not forget that we have a duty, if we live on this planet, to respect it. And to show it gratitude and love and respect. Because we may have many lives, but there's only one Earth. And just as you respect your homes and you treat your homes with great love and pride and keep them tidy, we have to remember that the Earth is our universal home, and it is a really, really special place. And they say that in different lifetimes we go to different places, but they say those who get to go to Earth are the ones who are truly honoured. And yet so many people seem to think it's hell. Well, I think Belinda Carlisle was right when she said heaven is a place on earth. And of course it depends which eyes we look through. I know many of us are in relationships where perhaps the other person can't quite see the beauty as well as they can. And we try and point it out to them, and they struggle to understand what a pleasure and what a joy it is to be upon this earth at this particular time. Because they can only feel and see the darkness. And maybe that's the way it's meant to be. But I don't think there's many other places where we can smell the beauty of roses. I don't think there's many other places where we can listen to wildlife and the chorus of the birds in the morning and the sunset. I don't think there's many other places where we can feel the beauty of someone else in our arms and holding someone body to body. I don't think there's many places where we can see the most incredible, insane views from the mountaintops, or stand on the beach and watch the waves rolling in and the sun setting. I believe we are truly honoured to be here. And it's wonderful to know that places like Bikini Atoll can come through the greatest setbacks that humankind can throw at them. But let's not test Pachamama's patience again. We've already done that, and we got the wrath of COVID-19. And the astrologers we've spoken to seem to think something else is coming in the second half of 2020. Let's not worry. Let's stay present. But at the same time, let's keep on meditating. Let's keep on respecting this beautiful planet. And that way, whatever it is, whatever comes, will either not be as severe or it won't even touch us if we're living in a different dimension to those who are stuck in 3D. And for your own personal lives, if you've been through a time of great tragedy, of great challenge, if you've lost people and felt like your whole world's been turned upside down, think of Bikini Atoll and think where it came in those years when it was barren and seemed to have nothing, and yet out of it, great beauty arrived. Thank you for listening. I love you all. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.